So in the last 24 hours, I've talked to lead investigators. I've talked to your lawyer, who's one of the most powerful lawyers in the country. The same lawyers that some of these other rap had doing their trials. And I seen this with my own two eyes. So when they're saying, oh, Rico Richie, oh, he got caught with a pistol in
4110, man.
4110.
Yeah.
Right?
4110.
And they're saying they got the paperwork. So when you go to pacer.com, right, there ain't no firearm that was recovered from the studio. Right? That's one. Number two, when trying to say Rico Richie is a snitch, he told us some shit. Hey, listen, why did I get charged with the weed then? I accept the responsibility for it. I could have easily said that was thug shit, or Roscoe shit, or this or that. None of that ever happened. I took responsibility for it, but playing with your name, that's the shit that we got to correct right now, and we're going to correct that shit right here, today. And for any from Atlanta, you rap.
Oh.
You ain't got the courage and the intestinal fortitude to step forward, because y'all had something to say when 21 Savage, I mean, when what's the nigga name when Kodak Black did the song with 6ix9ine, y'all called him a rat, even though he ain't never had no rat on his name. Y'all called him a rat and said he was bold for even affiliating with it, even though he got $1 million to do a 16-bar verse, wherein which in the verse he dissed the.
Right.
Y'all held him accountable. Y'all tried him and charged him in the street court of law.
Yeah, because what's going on here is they moved the goalposts to be in favor of.
Who moved it? Not the street. No, I know street. Hey, listen.
I know what you're saying.
Hold on, bro. Let me just say this. Let me see.
6ix9ine.
I know street Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
We talking about
the street. The street do not agree with the the rappers are doing and saying.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
But the street they can't talk because they. Our street, they in the street.
It's not that they can't talk; they don't have the voice because the rap got the motion. You saying they popular?
All right. So
popularity.
But listen, I know street from Bankhead.
But nobody.
I know street niggas
what they got to say.
Yeah. So my whole point is
they're not a recognizable.
That you just make my point for me, Rico. My point was when you said, well, the rappers ain't really blah blah blah. The rappers have presented. They have taken on the mantle and they have jumped into the garb of the street. So all know who are not from Atlanta proper, all they know is these who have presented themselves to be the biggest killers, gangsters through rap lyrics.
Okay, break this down, right? I'm gonna break this down like a fraction. This is easy, right? So once somebody calls themselves a rapper, right? Because let's stop saying the streets. That whole movement and whatever.
I don't subscribe to that shit.
Let me just say this. Let me say this. So this the streets. What the problem is what we need to be saying is street credibility, not the streets. Street cred. Because what happened is that once you make a decision to be a rapper, when you 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 21, 25, once you make a decision now to be a rapper, what do you have to have? You have to have a resume. Why do you have to have a resume? Because street cred said so, right? So you got a whole bunch of niggas that are talented in the booth, that are very creative when they hear a hard ass beat. Now they say to themselves, okay, I'm talented. I'm able to go in here and play with words better than everybody else. What am I missing? I'm missing street cred. And because the pressure is so high on street cred, you can't just be a rapper and be talented and make money, because the labels have tricked us and fooled us into believing that the only way that you're going to be able to generate money from a label or with shows is from a following that is considered pure and street. That's street cred. Well, so
the labels
have tricked us into believing that we need the street cred. So hold on, let me
go ahead.
Let me finish.
I disagree with that though, but go ahead.
So now you got people that are ultimately talented and creative, right? And they saying to themselves, I'm from the street. I can make this look like what I need to look like. I got 20, 30 that's gonna dress up in all black. How hard is that? We gonna go to Walmart, get some all black, and goddamn get some bandanas, and we gonna goddamn make a video, and we gonna have switches and all that there.
Can I interrupt you? Can I interrupt you?
Because now at this point in time, Dawgface, what we have creative people who are rappers who have creative people who are managing them, right, and showing them how to follow this recipe in order to create street cred. So in order to have street cred, you got to have it on your resume. You gotta have, you can't just say that you did this. You got to be able to stamp it. So in order to say that if you saying that you slide, right? If you saying that you slide on the ops or whatever like that, at a certain point in time, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to stand on that or make it look or appear as though you stood on that.
Let me cut you off.
Talking about you hustling, whatever like that.
Let me get you.
Now you're painting this picture.
I got you. But listen. Let's get rid of all the Freudian shit, bro.
Oh,
let's get rid of. Hey, listen. No. I get you. But let's get rid of. I'm asking you, why do you got these who supposed to be stamped and certified, who are rappers or involved with rap and involved with the entertainment game? Why you have these playing with your name? I'm not asking you for no Freudian, Sigmund Freud, Michael Eric Dyson, Farrakhan.